7 RV models are stuck on dealer lots, and it's getting worse every single day. From California to Florida, the same story repeats. Brand new RVs lined up, month after month, while limited time deals quietly turn permanent. Dealers can't move inventory. Interest costs are bleeding them dry. If you're shopping right now, this is your warning and your opportunity. Because when the lots are full and the patience runs out, smart buyers get the leverage. Let's count down the 7 RVs stuck on the lots and why it's getting worse every single day. Jayco J-Flight SLX 264BH. The ground truth on the Jayco J-Flight S LX 264 bunkhouse is not hiding. It is parked in plain sight. Rows of identical travel trailers, weekend after weekend, still wearing their window stickers. That is your first receipt: abundance. When a so-called budget bunkhouse shows up everywhere, leverage shifts to you, not the lot. Here is why this unit is stuck. Payment math changed. Loan rates pushed monthly costs up. Insurance climbed, and families compared total ownership to a modest hotel loop. Meanwhile, a flood of lightly used bunkhouses hit classifieds at temptingly lower numbers. New inventory aged. Floor plan interest kept ticking. Managers started trimming price to stop the interest bleed. Proof you can see. Dealer pages advertising "Start your adventure" while quietly slashing the ask below $30,000 and $500. Then tossing in hitch hardware, starter kits, and delivery credits. That is not generosity, that is time pressure. The longer a trailer sits, the more carrying cost compounds, and the faster a sales manager moves from holding line to signing line. Now, the model itself. The Jayco J-Flight SLX 264 bunkhouse is the familiar layout. Walk-around front bed, double over double bunks, rear bath, central kitchen, and a no-nonsense dinette that actually seats a family. It tows behind many half-ton pickups on paper. But the real world is payload, people, hitch weight, propane, water, and tools eat capacity. If your door jamb sticker does not leave breathing room, the tow claim is theory, not practice. Your money moves like this. First, ask the salesperson for the unit's days in stock, politely, directly. Older should mean cheaper. Second, negotiate the stack, not only the sticker. Manufacturer's suggested retail price, then freight, then pre-delivery inspection, then documentation. If they refuse to clean junk fees, demand equal value in service credits, or walk. Third, lock warranty start at delivery in writing and insist on a short punch list window for fixes after your first shakedown trip. What should you pay on an aged bunkhouse with visible duplicates on the same lot? Aim for a real out the door that begins with the word 20, not 30, or pair a higher price with meaningful add-ons you would actually purchase anyway. The point is not a trophy discount. The point is net cost for the package you will use. Final guardrails. Bring photos of your tow vehicle's payload label. Weigh your gear, even roughly. Avoid same-day decisions. If the manager says, "today only," reply with, "call me when it ages another week." That line works because time really is money, just not yours. Trade the sticker shine for a magnifying glass. The moment prestige meets payment, the math tells a different story. Airstream Globetrotter 27 FB. Names matter, and so do payments. The Airstream Globetrotter 27. Front bedroom looks like rolling heritage. But the math behind that shine is the story dealers do not lead with. You walk the row, polished aluminum catches the sun. Then the reality shows up on the page. The monthly, the insurance, the taxes, the fees. Admiration turns into arithmetic, and arithmetic is where this model stalls. Here is the pattern you can confirm with your own eyes. Dealer listings in multiple states show deep cuts off manufacturers' suggested retail price numbers in the low 150s, falling into the low 100s. You will see language like limited time and manager special, paired with add-ons you did not ask for. That is not kindness. That is floor plan pressure. Every week on the lot costs money, and that cost lands on a sales manager's desk as a meeting, not a mood. Why this model specifically? Because the Airstream Globetrotter 27 front bedroom sells an idea first and a campsite second. The shell is timeless. The interior feels like a boutique hotel. But the monthly obligation is not timeless. Interest rates moved. Insurance climbed. Storage tightened. Families looked at the total and held their wallet. Meanwhile, late model trades with low mileage set a cheaper benchmark. And suddenly, the brand new unit must compete with its own reflection. Let us get concrete. The floor plan is front bedroom, mid-kitchen, rear bath with a proper shower. and a lounge that feels modern without shouting. Towing is within reach for many half-ton pickups on paper, but payload is where dreams bend. Add passengers, a weight-distributing hitch, 2 propane cylinders, fresh water, tools, and the margin shrinks fast. That is why you never accept a verbal, "you are fine." You ask for axle ratings in writing, you read your door jam payload label aloud, and you run conservative tongue weight estimates. When the capacity is tight on paper, it is tighter on pavement. Now the negotiation logic, step by step. First, ask for days in stock on the exact vehicle identification number, politely, directly. The older the unit, the cheaper it should be. Second, negotiate the stack, not only the sticker. Price, then freight, then pre-delivery inspection, then documentation. If they refuse to remove junk fees, demand equal value in service credits and a written WEO. Third, lock the warranty start at delivery and secure a short punch list window in writing after your first shakedown trip. Fourth, time your offer to the end of a month or the end of a quarter, when floor plan interest and bonuses collide and managers are most flexible. What is a reasonable target today on an aged Airstream Globetrotter 27 front bedroom with duplicates on the same lot? You push for a number that begins with the word 1 and lands well below the original posting. If they will not move, you ask for value you would otherwise buy. Upgraded hitchwork, weight checks, battery upgrades, and a real orientation, not a key toss. Your goal is the lowest truthful out the door, not a story about a discount. Shift your gaze from aluminum gloss to family miles. The couch, the bunk, and the monthly will settle the argument. If you want more proof-backed breakdowns like this before the next price wave hits, make sure you like this video, subscribe for upcoming market updates, and tell me what you're seeing on your local lots. Every story helps build the real picture. Winnebago Mini Winnie 31K. Some truths are quiet until you stand on the lot. The Winnebago Mini Winnie 31K, a Class C motorhome built for real trips and real families, is now lingering. Not because it lost usefulness, but because the money math finally got louder than the brochure. You can watch it with your own eyes. Row after row, the same floor plan, the same promise, waiting for the same hesitant nod. Here is the honest pattern. Interest rates rose, insurance followed, storage tightened, rentals and late model trade in units pushed head-to-head against new units. Managers feel floor plan pressure every single week a motorhome sits. That pressure does not show up in the advertising copy. It shows up in the handwritten discount line and the nervous smile when you ask firm questions. Let us talk layout and reality. The Winnebago Mini, Winnie 31K places a walk-around bed in the rear, a mid-coach bath and galley, a lounge that seats a real family, and a cab-over bunk that still matters on long days. The chassis is capable, but capacity is a real number, not a vibe. Add passengers, add fuel, add water, add tools, add a tow dolly, and the margin shrinks. That is why you photograph the door jam payload label, say the figure out loud, and ask the salesperson to prove combined weight assumptions with a certified truck scale ticket and written figures. Now, the receipts you can verify. Dealer listings in multiple states show significant reductions from manufacturers' suggested retail price into far more defensible out-the-door totals. Some stores now bundle equipment you used to purchase separately, weight distribution hardware, upgraded batteries, and a real orientation that actually teaches you systems. None of that is charity. It is time cost, turning into price movement. Here is your negotiation play in plain English. First, ask for the exact number of days in stock for the vehicle identification number on the windshield. Older should mean cheaper. Second, negotiate the stack, not only the sticker. Price, then freight, then pre-delivery inspection, then documentation. If they refuse to remove junk fees, demand equal value in service credits in writing. Third, make the warranty start date the day you take delivery. Fourth, secure a short punch list window after your first shakedown weekend, documented on a written WEO agreement. Who should even consider a new unit today? Someone who values a factory warranty, needs immediate availability, and can leverage visible duplicates on the same lot. Your target is the lowest truthful out the door, not a story about the biggest discount. If the manager starts rushing, slow the room. You control tempo when you control timing. End of month, end of quarter. That is when floor plan interest and bonuses meet, and when the pen finally moves. Open the door jamb and read the payload aloud. The trailer that calls itself half-ton friendly will answer back. Keystone Cougar half-ton. 29. RKS. Weight tags do not lie, and neither does the quiet of a Saturday lot. The Keystone Cougar half-ton. 29. Rear kitchen slide looks like the safe middle ground, supposedly towable by that everyday half-ton pickup. Yet, here it sits, week after week, wearing the same window sheet. That is your first receipt. Abundance. When a model that promises practicality shows up in multiples, leverage shifts toward you. The question becomes simple. Why are managers trimming price? Here is the pattern you can verify. Dealer pages across several states show meaningful reductions from manufacturers' suggested retail price. Then bundle items you once purchased separately. Hitch work, upgraded batteries, modest delivery credit. None of this is kindness. It is floor plan interest. Every aging week costs the store real dollars. When carrying costs stack up, price tags bend. Now the mechanics that decide whether you should hitch it at all. Paper claims say half-ton friendly. Payload reality says be honest. Start with your truck's door jamb label. Read the payload aloud. Add people. Add a weight distributing hitch. Add propane, fresh water, tools, and the weekend pile that always grows. Pin weight rises as you pack. Margins shrink as you load. If the math is tight on paper, it will be tighter on pavement. Do not accept a wave and a promise. Ask for axle ratings in writing, and for a real number on estimated pin weight at camping trim. Layout remains the draw. The Keystone Cougar half-ton. 29. Rear kitchen slide gives a rear galley with counter. Theater seating that faces the television, a mid-bath you can turn around in, and a bedroom that closes when you need quiet. But thoughtful cannot outrun interest expense. The longer these units sit, the more a sales manager must choose between protecting a margin or freeing a parking space. Here is the wallet play. Verify exact days in stock from the vehicle identification number. Older equals cheaper. Negotiate the stack manufacturer's suggested retail price. Freight. Pre-delivery inspection, documentation, then trade junk fees for written service credits. Lock warranty start at delivery. Secure a WIO for punch list fixes. Time offers near month or quarter end. Pursue the lowest truthful out the door. Slow the room and walk if numbers fail reason. Shrink the footprint and raise the scrutiny. Compact mobility still has to clear the calculator. Thor Sequence 20, J and 20A. Windshield shine sells the dream. The payment line tells the truth. The Thor Sequence 20J and 20A, a Class B camper van, makes that clear the moment you run the monthly. Sleek aluminum, tight seams, tidy cabinetry. Your calculator whispers something different. Not at that price. Walk the row and study the pattern. Identical vans, the same window sheets, weekend after weekend. That is your first receipt. Abundance. When a compact coach shows up in clusters, leverage shifts. Sales managers stop talking about romance and start talking about relief. Incentives appear. Headlines flip to manager special. The tone changes from pitch to plea. Here is why these rigs are lingering. Financing moved up. Insurance followed. Storage got harder to find and more expensive to keep. Meanwhile, used vans and do-it-yourself conversions undercut the brand new sticker by a meaningful margin. The Thor Sequence 20, J and 20A still photographs beautifully, but the payment now outshouts the pose. Many shoppers compare a season of rentals to a 12-month obligation and choose patience. Let us get concrete. The floor plan delivers a forward lounge you can live in, a mid-galley that actually cooks, a wet bath that is honest about its size, and a rear sleep space that converts to cargo when you fold the cushions. On paper, it slides into tight city streets and national park sites. In practice, interior volume is real and limited. Stand in the wet bath with boots on. Try passing in the galley while someone stirs a pan. You can live with it. You just feel the compromises mile after mile. Proof you can verify today. Dealer pages listing the same stock number week after week, then quietly increasing the add-ons while trimming the ask. The price inches down, the free gear list grows, and the unit stays put. That is floor plan interest doing its slow, steady work. Every week on the concrete costs real money, so the arithmetic bends before the chrome does. Protect your wallet by confirming exact days in stock from the vehicle identification number. Older means cheaper. Negotiate the full stack. Manufacturer's suggested retail price, freight, pre-delivery inspection, and documentation. Replace junk fees with written service credits. Warranty starts on delivery with a short punch list window. Request a certified scale ticket. Timing matters, end of month or quarter. Floor plan costs hit. Pause, test value, walk if it fails. Swap stealth curbside parking for a rolling garage. Watch how price, weight, and campsite limits gang up. If this kind of data-driven reporting helps you stay ahead of the market, hit subscribe and stay with us. The next few weeks will expose which dealers adjust fast and which ones are about to blink first. Forest River Vengeance, Rogue Armored, 351, G and 351, G2, Big Garage. Bigger requirements, the Forest River Vengeance. Rogue Armored 351, G and 351, G2 are blunt tools built for weekends that carry more than lawn chairs. They promise freedom, they demand planning, and that is why so many sit week after week with the same window sheets and the same hopeful balloons. Start with the receipts you can see. Dealer pages keep the banners up. Manager special, age unit discount, free gear. Prices creep down while the add-on list grows. That is not generosity. That is floor plan pressure turning into markdowns. Every single week, a toy hauler sits. Interest accrues. Managers choose between margin and movement. Movement wins. Now the real reason these rigs lag: you need 3 green lights at once. The right truck, the right storage, the right campsite. Miss one, and the deal slows to a stop. Half-ton claims fade when you stack passengers, hitch hardware, full propane, water, tools, and the toys that give this rig purpose. Pin weight rises, payload shrinks. What looked fine on paper becomes tight on pavement. The layout sells adventure. A separate garage that becomes a room, a ramp that turns into a patio, tie-downs that want real torque, and a living area that works for wet boots and late dinners. Fuel stations and onboard generators sound like convenience. They are also weight. Everything adds up. That is why you do not accept a verbal, "you are good," you verify. Here is the wallet play, step by step. Ask for the exact days in stock, tied to the full vehicle identification number printed on the sheet. Older should mean cheaper, full stop. Negotiate the stack, not only the sticker, manufacturer's suggested retail price, then freight, then pre-delivery inspection, then documentation. If they cling to junk fees, convert them to service credits in writing. Lock the warranty start at delivery. Secure a short punch list window, also in writing, after your first shakedown run. Also ask for a certified scale weight ticket at delivery, so axle loads and total weight are not guesses. Timing matters. End of month and quarter, floor plan, interest lands, and bonuses settle. That's your window. Slow the room, let silence work. If the out-the-door number fails honesty, walk. On an aged Forest River, Vengeance Rogue Armored, 351, G or G2. Defend roughly 30% off or equal real value. Clearly written, management signed, affordable, truthful cost. Step off the ramp and onto marble tile. The discount staircase grows taller with the big diesel coaches. Thor Motor Coach, Area, 3901. Silence on the diesel row says more than banners ever will. The Thor Motor Coach, Area 3901, a Class A diesel motorhome with real road presence, is sitting longer than managers can afford. Not because it lost its shine, but because the money underneath the shine finally got louder. Floor plan interest does not blink. It compounds, and each parked week pushes the price where the spreadsheets demand, not where the window sticker wishes. Here is what you will see with your own eyes. Manufacturer's suggested retail price in the mid-400s, sliding into the low 300s. Across multiple listings, the headline changes. Limited time, manager special. The add-on list grows while the ask comes down. That is not generosity, that is a clock. When a high-dollar diesel ages, the store bleeds, carrying cost. Eventually, the pen moves. Now, the model itself, the Thor Motor Coach Aria, 3901, delivers a residential layout. A forward lounge that actually breathes, a mid-galley with real counter, a bath that does not feel like a phone booth, and a rear bedroom that closes you off from the day. On paper, it is the long-range answer for cross-country seasons. But the purchase is not paper. It is payment, insurance, storage, and upkeep. Retirees compare that full stack to late-model used diesel pushers with service records, and let the numbers speak. Many step back. The new units wait. Managers feel the interest meter tick. You protect your wallet by turning that meter into leverage. Ask for the exact days in stock, tied to the full vehicle identification number on the coach. Older should mean cheaper full stop. Then negotiate the stack. Not only the sticker, manufacturer's suggested retail price, freight, pre-delivery inspection, and documentation. If the store clings to junk fees, convert those fees into real service credits in writing. Next, lock the warranty start at delivery and secure a short punch list window. Also in writing, after your shakedown run, add one more protector. Request a certified scale ticket at delivery to document axle loads and total weight, numbers on paper and arguments in service bays later. Timing matters. End of month and quarter, floor plan, interest posts, and bonuses. Settle your window. Slow the room. Let silence work. If they push today only, say, call me when it ages another week. For an aged Thor motor coach, Aria, 3901, pursue outcomes. A discount beginning at 20%, or a value bundle extended service, orientation, battery upgrades, delivery credits, documented on a signed "We owe aiming" for lowest truthful out the door. Carry this rule onto every lot. When time is costing the store money, patience pays you in real dollars. That's the truth. 7 R-vees dealers can't sell, and it's getting worse every day. If this opens your eyes, hit like, drop a comment on what you're seeing locally, and subscribe for real R-vee market updates.